ሰሞኑን በአዲስ አበባ የተባበሩት መንግስታት ድርጅት የአፍሪካ ኢኮኖሚ ኮሚሽን መሰብሰቢያ አዳራሽ በተከፈተው ዓለም አቀፍ የሲቪል አቪዬሽን ድርጅት ዓመታዊ ሲምፖዚየም የድርጅቱ ልዩ ዓለም አቀፍ የአቪዬሽን ስልጠና ፕሮግራም ትሬነር ፕላስ የኢትዮጵያ ሲቪል አቪዬሽን ባለሰልጣን የአቪዬሽን ማሰልጠኛ ተቋምን በሙሉ አባልነት መቀበሉን አስታውቋል። የዓለም አቀፍ የሲቪል አቪዬሽን ድርጅት ዓመታዊ ሲምፖዚየም በአፍሪካ ሲዘጋጅ ለመጀመሪያ ጊዜ ሲሆን አስተናጋጁ የኢትዮጵያ አየር መንገድ ነው። ጉባኤውን የትራንስፖርት ሚኒስትሩ አቶ አህመድ ሺዴና የኢትዮጵያ አየር መንገድ ዋና ስራ አስፈጻሚ አቶ ተወልደ ገብረ ማርያም ባደረጉት የእንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ ንግግር ከፍተዋል።
Good morning. It's a pleasure for me and my team at Ethiopia Airlines and Ethiopia at large to welcome you home. Welcome back home. The reason why I'm saying welcome back home is when everybody comes back to Ethiopia, they are coming back home. Because this is home. The original home of all of us. Because the oldest ancestor, Lucy, is located in the Ethiopian National Museum. 3 million years old human fossils. Ethiopia, the land of origins, the origin of mankind, the origin of coffee, your best preferred morning beverage, coffee, was originated here in Ethiopia. So once again, welcome back home to the country of the marathon runners, historical places, cultural attractions, and natural beauty. I'm sure you will not miss the opportunity while you're staying here to visit Lucy, which is in the National Museum. I would also like to welcome you to the city of Addis Ababa, the headquarters of African Union, the headquarters of the ECA, and the fourth largest city of diplomatic missions. Locally here, we call it the political capital of Africa. Let me also take the opportunity to welcome you to Ethiopia Airlines. Ethiopian Airlines is today the largest airline in Africa, the largest aviation group. And since training is the focus of this conference, the theme of this conference, and ICAO Trainer Plus is an innovative initiative which brings aviation training to global standard. And we are all happy as Ethiopia Airlines to be a member of ICAO Trainer Plus.
Ambassadors, civil aviation and airport authorities, aircraft manufacturers, airline and airport operators, industry policymakers and tourism experts, higher executive management of Ethiopian airline groups, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to welcome you all to the ICAO Global Aviation Trade and Trade Air Plus Symposium, which is being hosted by Ethiopian Airlines for the very first time in Africa. We are delighted to have you here with us in the political capital of Africa, Addis Ababa. Our country, Ethiopia, has recently become a preferred destination for a host of international conferences as a result of its internationally praised economic success as a fast-rising African economy and durable peace among many foreign factors to mention. During the past decade, Ethiopia's capacity to host international conferences has shown tremendous progress with roads, railways, and the expansion of airports in major towns will significantly boost Ethiopia's conference tourism, attracting more global conferences to Ethiopia. Welcome again to this grand symposium. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Cognizant of the fact that the availability of reliable air connectivity is an indispensable element and game changer in today's era of globalization, economic as well as political development, my government and the Ministry of Transport in particular have given due emphasis to the transport sector development in general and also air transport sector in particular. We have tried to create a streamlined and conducive working environment that significantly contributes to the proliferation of the airline in its overall expansion. Apart from showing the commitment of the government for the overall expansion of the airline, Ethiopia's success is also an inspiring factor to other government-owned institutions which government wants Ethiopian Airlines to be considered as a benchmark to be considered. Ethiopian, as a result, is an airline that has debunked the notion that government-owned institutions do not grow. Really, it proved that government ownership and management efficiency working together will definitely lay a foundation for a solid company to serve the continent and the globe. Indeed, the achievement of the airline, especially over the past decade, implies the correct direction the government has followed in expanding the transportation sector, including the air transportation sector, which has been managed with a vision and comprehensive strategy. Ethiopia, being the seat of the African Union, the highest air transport coverage by Ethiopian Airlines complements the nation's role in bringing economic, political, social, and cultural integrations among African nations. Ethiopia's Africa's coverage is the largest, unrivaled by any other carrier. However, with its Pan-African mission of serving Africa, Ethiopian Airline Group will continue to expand its entry into many more points in the continent and beyond as witnessed. Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are glad that we are hosting ICAO Global Aviation Training and Training Plus Symposium for the very first time in Africa here in the beautiful and emerging city of Addis Ababa under the theme Together Enhancing Training to Build Capacity. It is my firm belief that as the much anticipated symposium brought together major industry players and pertinent stakeholders for deliberations, it would definitely be an ideal platform for the advancement of the most competitive global aviation sector through exchanging best aviation practices and experiences. Once again, I welcome you very warmly to Ethiopia, land of origin, for ICAO Global Aviation Training and Trained Air Plus Symposium, and I wish you a very fruitful deliberations. I now declare the official opening of the ICAO Global Aviation Training and Trained Air Plus Symposium. Thank you for your kind attention.
ዓለም አቀፍ የሲቪል አቪዬሽን ድርጅት ዋና ጸሐፊ ዶክተር ፎንግሊዮ በአቪዬሽን ኢንዱስትሪ ውስጥ የባለሙያዎች እጥረት መኖሩን ገልጸው ለሰው ኃይል ልማትና የሙያ ስልጠና ትልቅ ትኩረት መስጠት እንዳለበት ተናግረዋል። የአፍሪካ ሀገሮች ያለባቸውን የአቪዬሽን ባለሙያዎች እጥረት ችግር ለመቅረፍ በስልጠናው ዘርፍ ድርጅታቸው የቴክኒክ ድጋፍ እንደሚያደርግ የገለጹት ዶክተር ሊዮ ብቁ የአቪዬሽን ባለሙያዎች ለማፍራት የአፍሪካ ሀገሮች የፖለቲካ ቁርጠኝነት እንደሚያስፈልጋቸው በንግግራቸው ጠቁመዋል።
For me to welcome you to the first ever ICAO Global Aviation Training and Training Plus Symposium to take place in Addis Ababa, African continent. Please, let me first thank His Excellency Mr. Guma former President of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, His Excellency Mr. Shedi, Minister of Transport of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, His Excellency Mr. Kurda, Chief Executive Officer of Ethiopia Airlines, such lovely facility and generous hospitality. Let me also thank all the other dignitaries present this morning who have helped to realize this remarkable event. I also wish to highlight the Ethiopia Airlines Aviation Academy's hard work and dedication in making this year's symposium program so elaborate. From workshop and speed networking sessions which have been scheduled, to a trainer class program prize ceremony during tomorrow night's gala dinner, to technical tour of academy. This year's program will undoubtedly be very stimulating for all participants. During the last 10 years, commercial air transport has continued to grow, leading to many new airline operators entering the market and the highest number of aircraft owners ever registered. Over the next 20 years, these new aircrafts will need to be commanded by qualified pilots, maintained by skilled technicians, and managed by competent air traffic controllers. But as we are also witnessing a shortfall in training capacity based on the total numbers of skilled professionals which are projected, aviation training gaps could arise in many actual regions. Another important consideration for current human resource development, management, and planning is the rapid increase in the deployment of new technologies across every major industrial sector. This has led to tremendous competition globally for qualified technical professionals, which poses further challenges for aviation. There is also the issue of demographic attrition, with many baby boomers now reaching the age of retirement. When replacing one generation of technical professionals with another, on-the-job mentoring plays an important role in the development of overall human performance. ICAO and its member states must ensure this and other attrition impacts are thoroughly tailored into all human resources planning. Cooperation is another important factor in our training capacity solutions, whether for near or long-term success. The ability of trainees to access courses and specialized equipment currently varies from region to region, and even online course solutions can be hampered by local technology and infrastructure challenges. We must be adept and responsive in order to overcome these types of challenges, and this points to the ongoing need for increased coordination among states on required training needs and course offerings, whether globally, regional, or locally. It also highlights the need to establish effective regional associations of aviation training organizations in order to foster the harmonization and standardization of aviation training at the regional level. This is a perfect opportunity, by the way, for increased state-to-state coordination. I would like to take this opportunity to applaud Africa's initiative in establishing the Association of African Aviation Training Organizations, AATO, which is currently addressing issues such as the standardization of course curricula, harmonization of instructor training, and recognition of certificates. ACO very much supports these developments, and I would encourage other world regions to follow suit. Being more adept and responsive in addressing aviation's training challenges also brings in mind our ACO Global Aviation Training Office, which was established in January 2014. Its mission is to support and lead strategic coordination on human resource development and to better align all ACO training activities with defined global objectives. The ACO Training Plus or program, our cooperative network of training organizations, remains key to this process. Training Plus members have access to affordable and cost-effective standardized training packages which they can deliver nationally or regionally, thereby drastically reducing enrollment fees for trainees. This network brings together a community of over 90 training organizations distributed throughout close to 70 ACO member states. They are making significant contributions to capacity building, and in Africa, 17 training organizations across 13 states have joined Train Plus program. To date, more than 1,000 course developers have been trained through Trainer Plus, which greatly enhances the standardization of course development among training centers. Additionally, more than 200 instructors were trained last year alone, and these numbers are steadily increasing. We are also now training the training managers, making sure that today's and tomorrow's training managers are able to operate their facilities in accordance with internationally accepted standards.
በመቀጠል የዓለም አቀፉ የሲቪል አቪዬሽን ድርጅት ዋና ጸሐፊ ዶክተር ፎንግሊዩ ለኢትዮጵያ ሲቪል አቪዬሽን ባለስልጣን ዋና ዳይሬክተር ኮሎኔል ወሰንየለህ ሁነኛው የሙሉ አባልነት ማረጋገጫ ሰርተፊኬቱን ሰጥተዋል። ሌሎች 13 ዓለም አቀፍ የሲቪል አቪዬሽን ማሰልጠኛ ተቋማት፣ ኤርፖርቶችና የአቪዬሽን ዩኒቨርሲቲዎች ተመሳሳይ እውቅና ተሰጥቷቸዋል። ለጋዜጠኞችና ለሚዲያ አካላት በተዘጋጀው ጋዜጣዊ መግለጫ ላይም ኮሎኔል ወሰንየለህ እንደተናገሩት የኢትዮጵያ ሲቪል አቪዬሽን ባለስልጣን ትሬነር ፕላስ የተሰኘው የዓለም አቀፍ ሲቪል አቪዬሽን ድርጅት የስልጠና ፕሮግራም ሙሉ አባል ለመሆን ለሁለት ዓመት ያህል ዝግጅት ሲያደርግ መቆየቱን ተናግረዋል። የትሬነር ፕላስ ሙሉ አባል መሆኑ ባለስልጣኑ በአቪዬሽን ዘርፍ ያለውን የሰው ኃይል ለማሳደግ እንደሚያስችለውና ለሌሎች የአፍሪካ ሀገሮች የአቪዬሽን ባለሙያዎች ስልጠና በመስጠት የውጭ ምንዛሪ ማስገኘት እንደሚቻል በጋዜጣዊ መግለጫው ላይ ተገልጿል። ከ70 ዓመታት በፊት የተቋቋመው የኢትዮጵያ ሲቪል አቪዬሽን ባለስልጣን የማሰልጠኛ ተቋም ለአየር ትራፊክ ተቆጣጣሪዎችና ቴክኒሻኖች ስልጠና የሚሰጥ ሲሆን ከቅርብ ዓመታት ወዲህ የጅቡቲና የሶማሌላንድ ባለሙያዎችን ማሰልጠን መጀመሩም ከመድረኩ ተብራርቷል። ከጋዜጣዊ መግለጫው በኋላም ከጋዜጠኞች ለተነሱ መጠይቆች ከመድረኩ ምላሽ ተሰጥቶባቸዋል። እኛም ከጋዜጠኞች ለተነሱ መጠይቆች ከመድረኩ የተሰጠው ምላሽ እንድትከታተሉ በአክብሮት ጋብዘናል። በሸሪያ ሰንብተን
symposium, and we are ready to answer few questions. The Secretary General, Dr. Fang, the Director General, Ethiopian Civil Aviation, Colonel Basani, and the Regional Director of ICAO, Mr. Baris, and myself, Solomon Debebe, the Managing Director of Ethiopian Aviation Academy, are here to answer some of or few of your questions. Thank you.
Can you please briefly tell us about your training center and how long it took you to get the full membership of the ICAO Trainer Plus program? My second question is to Dr. Liu. In the African aviation industry, brain drain is a major problem. Aviation professionals migrate out of the continent to other regions in the world. So what is ICAO doing to assist African countries to develop their capacity in terms of training? Thank you.
Thank you. Ethiopian Civil Aviation Training School was giving a training for the last 17 years as a trainer. But we were working for the last 2 years to be a Trainer Plus member, and we achieved this after working for 2 years. So, as you are seeing, we have been given the Trainer Plus full member today, and in the future we will keep to retain this status for the next years. So it is 2 years.
Thank you. It's a very important question. African aviation will be growing in the coming years along with Africa's economic development. And aviation, air transport, is not only the transportation means, but also the economic enabler and to drive national and global economic development. However, in order to further develop aviation at national and regional and global level, human capacity and aviation professional is key. As we know, now there is a shortage between the demands and the needs. And also, in particular, between the demands of the professional with the training capacity in the lots of regions, in particular in Africa. So what ICAO is going to do, actually we have been doing, is to further promote to the member states about the aviation's importance in its national development process. In particular, we would like to encourage member states to further its aviation development plan, including human capacity plan in its aviation development plan. And we also would encourage member states to incorporate aviation development plan into their national economic and social progress plan. So by doing that, the human resources capacity of the civil aviation will be becoming part of your national development plan, whereby states can make more importance to this important area. In addition to that, ICAO established officially this year next generation of aviation professional program. This program is dedicated to promote civil aviation professionals, in particular, next generation of aviation professionals. So we want to make further awareness for the states and for all the industries, as well as for the universities and academia and young generation to know about aviation, to know the aviation's future, and also would like to attract young people to join aviation and also to promote the member states to provide career development opportunities for the aviation profession already in the aviation sector. So by doing these efforts together from the governments, industry, and also the academia and education entities, so we would like to see this aviation human resources capital could be further growth. And for Africa, as in particular, as I just mentioned, we're working hard with African states and to further develop aviation training entities, and like you just to see a couple of aviation trainer plus recognition, and one of the is from Ethiopia, and also some other states. And we want to working with member states to see how we can strengthen aviation subjects in the universities, and also to promote aviation in the existing universities program, and also we can attract interns from the universities to the ICAO and to other aviation authorities and industry. Thank you.
Trainer Plus, being a Trainer Plus member, improves the status. It is an ICAO program and aimed at standardizing training, material preparation and delivery. So it definitely enhances the capability of preparing training to international or global standard, so that we will be able to attract a global market. So it's a plus. Again, this trainer program started back in 1990, and I'm pleased really to mention that Ethiopia has been one of the initial participants of the trainer program, the then trainer program, now called Trainer Plus. In fact, with the civil aviation also. So it's an improved training methodology, implementation of improved training methodology, and improving the status so as to become a globally recognized training center, so as it would definitely help in marketing the academy.
In addition to that, being a member of the Trainer Plus, you can get an opportunity to share experience and at the same time to share the developed curriculums. ICAO has, I think the Trainer Plus has more than 100 curriculums which was developed by different countries and approved by ICAO. So being a member of this Trainer Plus means that you have the opportunity to share this document. So it is an increment, it is a plus for the academy and for the early training school.
Safety remains a concern to date. So what's your organization is doing to assist African countries to improve their safety record? Thank you.
Paramount priority for International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO. ICAO, in the past years, we developed several programs related to safety. In particular, we call the AFI Safe Plan. And this AFI Safety Plan is to assist the African states to improve its effective implementation of ICAO standards in the safety area. The one important element I should emphasize that any assistance from ICAO could take effect only the government of African states take ownership and has political will and commitment to implement effectively its ICAO standards. So we urge states and encourage African states to make its aviation authorities with adequate oversight, capacity, and also responsibilities and authorities in order to effectively implement ICAO standards. And with ICAO AFI plan, safety plan, African member states set up the target for the effective implementation of ICAO standards, so-called Abuja safety plan, safety targets. And with that plan, we cooperate closely with member states, with African Civil Aviation Commission, and also with African Union, and also with industries, and also other member states in other regions. So we synergize the efforts under the ICAO's leadership. So we have our ICAO team and to help member states to address first priority is significant safety concerns. And in these significant safety concerns on ICAO regional offices and in the Nairobi and in Dakar, and they put this significant safety concern as their priority. So work very closely with member states. And I'm pleased to advise you that last year, a couple of significant safety concerns are resolved with assistance by ICAO in close cooperation with the member states, of course, and also supported by other stakeholders, as just mentioned earlier. So in the coming years, safety remains priority for every state, including African states. As I indicated, without aviation safety, the air transport development could not be sustained, and also cannot be expected the development as the public would like to expect. So it's extremely important. We would like to encourage member states to invest and also make, as I emphasize, make civil aviation authorities with its appropriate human resources and financial resources to allow civil aviation authorities to make proper oversight responsibilities and in order to ensure its civil aviation growth in the country could be further developed in a safe and secure manner. And one thing I want to also emphasize, with projected traffic growth in the coming years in African region, and I would encourage member states to proportionally increase its investment, financial investment and human resource investment in its oversight functions. So thereby can ensure its capacity, oversight capacity, can proportionally grow in order to make sufficient oversight on aviation industry. Thank you.
ኢንተርናሽናል ማርኬቱ የሚሆን አቅምስ እየፈጠረ ነው ወይ የሚለውን መጠየቅ ፈልጌ ነው። ሌላው ከዚህ ከውጭ ምንዛሬ ጋር በተያያዘ ምን ያህል ያስቀራል፣ ምን ያህልስ ያወጣል የሚለውንም በተለይ ደስ ይላል።
እንዳልከው አሁን የበረራ ትምህርት ቤቱ ከእድገታችን ጋር ተያይዞ የመጣውን የፓይለቶች ዲማንድ የተጨማሪ ፓይለቶች ዲማንድ ማለት ነው ለማሟላት በከፍተኛ እየሰራ ነው። ስለዚህ በአሁኑ ወቅት የውጭ ጥያቄዎች በጣም እየቀረቡ ነው። አብራሪ ስልጠና በሚመለከት ነገር ግን የራሳችንን ፍላጎት ማሟላት ላይ ትኩረት ሰጥተን እየሰራ በመሆኑ ለጊዜው በዛ ረገድ ያለውን ጥያቄ ያዛርጋል በሌሎቹ ግን የራሳችንን ፍላጎት አሟልተን ሌሎችንም ስልጠና ለመስጠት የሚያስችለን አቅም ካፓሲቲው አለ እና እሱን መቀበል እንችላለን ሁለቱንም ጎን ለጎን ማስኬድ ስለምንችል እንቀበላለን በበረራው በኩል ግን ትልቅ ጋፕ ያው እንደምታዩት የውጭ አባሎችንም እየቀጠርን ነው በእርግጥ ዛሬ ከትምህርት ቤት የተመረቁ ሰዎች አሁን ያለውን ጋፕ ወዲያውኑ ይሞልታል ማለት አይደለም ምክንያቱም ያው ፕሮግሬሽን አለ የካፕቴን ወደ ላይ ከመድረሳቸው በፊት የጀት ካፕቴን ከመሆናቸው በፊት በብዙ ደረጃዎች ያልፋሉ ሶ ይሄንን ጊዜያዊ ክፍተት ለመሙላት አሁን ያደረገን ያለ ነው የውጭ መክተቡ ሁኔታ ለተወሰነ ጊዜ ይቀጥላል ጎን ለጎን ባክ ቱ ባክ ፓይለቶችን እየተቀበለን እያሰለጠንን በዚህ ረገድ ለጊዜው ይሄ ኮንስትሬንት ይኖር እንጂ በሌሎቹ በኩል ግን የራሳችንን ፍላጎት የሚያሟላ አቅም አለ ከዛም ተርፎ የውጭ ጥያቄዎችን ለማሟላት ካፓሲቲው አለ